morning. Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm really excited to be here with you today. I really hope that you're doing well, that you're enjoying your weekend. I'm recording this on Sunday, February 4th. So these messages are always timeless and fluid. Also, my name is Deborah, and this is Purusha Intuitive, and we're going to be looking at the collective energy for today. So it is beautiful on my side of town today. The sun is shining. It feels so life-affirming, hopeful, vibrant today. And that's definitely what the sun energy in astrology gives us. It is about who we are, right? And honoring and supporting that in all facets of our life. I've heard it said as the force that sustains our individuality. Remembering that we all are beautiful and unique and we have something special to gift this world. Not to be a cheeseball, but just legitimately true, and a lot of stepping into our power, living a life of happiness and fulfillment means that we align with those desires, that we accept and love ourselves for who we are, regardless of what's going on around us. Even if we feel like we're in a space where we're failing heavily, number one, I don't think it's true. Give yourself a little grace. And I also just feel like it is about being gentle, switching perspectives. We can be so critical and hard on ourselves, on others, etc. And there is this energy of just giving grace wherever you fall, right, on the spectrum. And that's the hardest thing to do. And we're in a time where astrologically we're being forced to do that. Because there's a lot going on in our environment that's changing. Things are popping up that we have to figure out, do we want to deal with? Do we want to move forward with this? Or is it just time to let it go? And all those things, it's a lot, it's a lot to move through. So with that in mind, as you guys know, if you follow along, I love to start off with an energy cleansing. Definitely grab a smudge bundle if you have one on hand, if you want to participate, or you can receive what I'm doing. This is a great time to set intention, ask a question if you want some specific insight, throughout this reading, and Spirit will deliver. Spirit is always anxious to help us, to support us, and give us the messages that will do so, right? Communicate to us in that way. All right. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is blocking the highest and best messages today for the collective. Release any fear, anxiety, doubt, uncertainty. Help me to be an open and clear channel for the collective. Thank you, Spirit. Amen. All right, so happy Sunday. Even astrologically, the energy is way more supportive than really what we've seen in a while. We've definitely been getting support along the way, but we keep coming into these roadblocks. Not the game. It's one of my son's favorite. It's so funny. But yeah, so, and really, honestly, truly, those hurdles are coming up for us because we need to refine, we need to hammer out the nitty gritty. And yes, if you want to look at it as a test, for sure, maybe, but it's also the value of seeing how far you come, how much you have overcome, and really honoring that for your heart today. We have a lot of earth energy. There's 0 fire energy on the board today, which is nice because it really just caters to that need to support yourself, nurture, enjoy the day, have fun, but really be grounded and stable as you move through it. The moon is harmoniously aspected to Neptune, which we're feeling a little bit more settled with how things are progressing. Maybe you're seeing little things come in that are giving you that thumbs up, keep pushing forward. etc. I feel like we're receiving some of those blessings that makes us a little bit more hopeful and less attached to the past. Pluto is also harmoniously aspected to the vertex point, which just confirms that what's coming in, what we know is changing, we're making peace with. And I really love this energy. I do feel a sense of more grounding and individuality. It's a good day to step out. It's a good day. We've been getting this, like, it's not time to hermit or hole yourself. Yes, honor your heart, mind, and soul in the ways that you need to, 100%. But there's also been this theme coming through of putting yourself out there a little bit more. Break up your daily routine, find something inspiring, or take a class, or go to a store, you know, I don't know, something, go to a store, any store, no. Just something that kind of changes up the energy, the vibe a little bit for you. I feel like you've kind of been hiding, and this might even just be in the way that you're showing up in your daily environment, right? Like maybe you need to just be a little bit more authentic and honest. Not saying that you're not authentic, but I'm saying putting words to that authenticity, speaking your truth, allowing other people to see your individuality. And again, it just confirms with Sunday being the day of the sun, we need to really not control so much, especially if you're, and this message has been coming up for us a lot as well, especially if you're someone who's been pretty intentional, trying to do the work, learn what you need to learn through the experiences and make better choices forward. There's this component of like releasing control is what I'm hearing. We can't, you know, everything, I don't know, there's a lot of different layers to this conversation, but everything is working together in its own timing. It's that concept of everything aligning so that thing can come in for you. When we do the work on our end, we have to have the release, the trust, the faith that spirit is doing the work on their end, right? And actually, I feel like you find a lot more freedom and flow when you step into this. I'm hearing this with surrender, like don't be so rigid. You know, if you have stuff to do today, okay, get done what you have to, but maybe like take some things off your list that like really doesn't need to be done, you know, and do something fun in place of that. Something that is very inspiring to your heart is what I'm hearing. There are some like heavier forces at play. We've been seeing this, you know, through the, I mean, really, this has just been kind of the nature of the beast lately. You know, sorry, it's a multi-layered conversation as well. But I want to say, like, there is this tension, there is this conflict underneath the surface, this push, this pull, I think that's a better way to say it, between these high vibrational energies and low vibrational energies. Meaning that, like, you know, again, people, places, and things that are being authentic, doing the work, showing up in an authentic way versus those who are trying to just skeet by, manipulate, hustle the situation, etc. We're in the throes of that still. And with this Morangan, I feel like it is popping up. Maybe today, maybe not, maybe in the evening, I don't know. But there's something that I feel like the strength that you've been building to date, you're really going to have to rely on that today. Like I said, it might be an end of the day thing. It might be something that happens a little bit later this week, but it's asking you to call on your power, call on your wisdom, trust your instincts and what you have, you know, the messages that you've received, right? Spirit's always speaking to us, whether you consider yourself intuitive or not, you think you're psychic or not, whatever. We all have those gifts, right? It is like the physical body. We have to exercise it just like any muscle. The best, easiest, quickest way to do it is meditation. Transcendental meditation specifically is such a good tool to have because not only does it amplify the physiology in the way of healing, bringing balance, harmony, and there's a million studies, well, maybe not a million, but there's a lot of studies on it, proving, the scientific background, etc. But it really does help us open up to our intuition. And like I say all the time, spirit is constantly speaking to us. We really just have to quiet our mind, our heart, and soul and tune in to listen. You have the wisdom. And I feel like even to the point that you could foreshadow some of this stuff that's been playing out for you. Maybe the fear and the anxiety was clouding some of it, but you've really pushed through in a way that has honored yourself. And I feel like you're seeing yourself more clearly, right? You're seeing actually your power and who you are. The world has been coming up a lot for us lately because it is a cycle change. We are leaving one timeline behind, one cycle. But there's a lot of abundance here as well. I do feel this energy for you. Be proud of yourself. Really congratulate yourself again on what you've overcome. I think that this new phase is going to be way more heart honoring is what I'm hearing. It's going to be more authentic. It's going to be more your vibe. And it's just going to feel very life supportive. You are leveling up is what I'm hearing. And it's in a way that I feel like honors and supports not only yourself, but the collective, the universe as a whole. Remember that that is a ripple effect as we heal ourselves, as we align with ourselves. That's all healing is. Throughout the world, right, we get disconnected. We believe lies. We pick up habits, patterns that disconnect us from who we are. And the more we practice realigning with ourselves, the happier and more fulfilled we're going to be. And yes, it does take a lot of work. I feel like you're in this space where it's like I've been fending off a lot, and there still is a little bit that's not even residual. I just feel like these are energies that are coming after you, not in a creepy way, hopefully, but in the way that they don't like the change. They haven't made peace with the change is what I'm hearing. So it's this energy of wanting to suck you back in, wanting to bring you back down is what I'm hearing. And maybe it's not conscious, maybe it's not intentional, but it's this value of when people don't grow and evolve and they get quote unquote left behind, that can be really challenging, right? And so I feel like there is something around this where you're gonna have to call on your power. It goes back and is confirmed with this 7 of Wands energy. You've been doing the work. You are prepared for this. You have the strength and the endurance. I'm also hearing the way that you perceive will really dictate what comes out of it, meaning how you're looking at the situation, how you're looking at the person. Are you disempowering yourself? Are you making yourself subservient to lower vibrational energies? And if so, why? And flipping the perspective on who you are and how you've overcome. Yeah, it's the devil. So it's that thing inside of all of us that is the doubt, that is the uncertainty. And this comes through in many forms. I mean, I personally really look at this as more lower vibrational energy. It is not only people, but it can be anything that we ingest, quite frankly. Ayurveda looks at everything as medicine. It can either help or hinder us. So being conscious what we're consuming, social media, even TV, music, whatever it is for you, what we eat, how we treat ourselves, etc. That all plays a huge role into what we feel we deserve. And so when you then have lower vibrational people, come and they want to hang out, they want to be your friend, blah, 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 it's easier to connect with them because the frequency is similar. Where when we are doing, and I feel like you have been fending off a lot of these energies. It's just the collective right now. It is going on for everyone, really, astrologically, and we all have the choice. We all have the option to grow and evolve and not give our power away to the devil. You know, that's all it is. The devil lures us in. It's very tempting. It is, you know, there's something about it that you know, you're soft to, right? Like it's a crutch, right? It is either a deficit, right? Credits or deficits is what I want to say. But what I like is, Venus, Jupiter, and Uranus are all harmoniously aspected to Black Moon Lilith. And, you know, sometimes Black Moon Lilith kind of reminds me, no shade, to the devil, because it is a little bit of a temptress vibe. And why I'm saying this is because you're able to see clearly with those supportive aspects in the astrology. You don't want to repeat these cycles again because they have left you stabbed in the back, betrayed, devalued, lack of worth, and it's also preyed on your psyche is what I'm hearing with this Ten of Swords. It's made you believe lies about yourself that really are not authentically true. And I feel like you're working your butt off to make sure that you don't go back, that you don't re-engage with those things. But there is always some ease and comfort in the past or in what we know, right? The nature of the beast. If we know a person or how a situation, there's comfortability is what I'm saying. There's still this part of you that I feel like you're not trusting yourself. That's what I'm hearing. There's still part of you that's taking on a lot of responsibility. There's still this part of you that's allowing this devil to have a foothold, so to speak. Meaning you're believing the lies more than you're believing the truth. And that's where I feel like the Seven of Wands is really asking you to see it in a different way, from a different perspective, because it's going to empower you that much more. Both Venus and Mars are square to the North Node. So there is resistance on how we want things to play out, especially in our partnerships. The South Node, which is like our karma, what we bring into this world, it is in Libra right now, which rules our partnerships. So that basically says that it's really easy to fall back into comfortable habits and patterns with people, letting people hustle us a little bit, letting them kind of, schmooze us, too good to be true type things, placating our ego, that type of thing. And that's where we have to be really conscious, especially with the sun square to Jupiter and Uranus. So there's this aspect of we can see what we want coming in, we're feeling it, we're getting these confirmations, but there's something from the past still calling us, and it's something that is close to our heart. It's something that we wanted. It's something that we believed in. And so it's still pulling on those heartstrings. And it's going to make it a little bit harder to believe that, like, if you keep pushing through, you are going to overcome. Which is beautiful. I mean, I know it's not easy, yeah. So just having the strength, continue on in your projected path. The strength card is governed by Leo, and Leo is that concept of allowing, again, it's ruled by the sun, and Leos are really good at putting themselves front and center. They love to be on center stage. They like the attention, the affirmation. They're very good at connecting with people as well. They're exciting and charismatic. And so it's stepping into that, again, confirming the message of sourcing and supporting our individuality from a place of, loving who we are, being empowered with who we are, taming that beast within. That's also a message of the Strength card. Not listening to all the bullshit. And believe you me, there's been a lot of it that's been going around. And we really have to fight for the truth, so simply put. All right, let's get into a final message. Oh, garlic. Yes, I love this. Okay, this is dope because garlic is so medicinal. I am going to read out of the book. I really like the way they verb it in here, but garlic is like incredibly medicinal. It's an antibacterial, so it's good at removing the bullshit. That's why I got so excited when I saw it. It really has very potent healing powers. It was used before modern medicine for so many ailments. And I think if we remember that there's a lot, just like I was saying earlier, hey baby, just like I was saying earlier, you know, we can use anything as medicine. And when we think about the things, when we honor ourselves in the way of nurturing and support, finding little habits, some tricks along the way to make us feel really good and in love with ourselves, it just helps us get out the toxicity that much more, right? Because there is some toxicity for everyone, unfortunately. And this is a collective leveling up of consciousness. We are all being given this opportunity to level up, you know, and whether we want to take it or not is up to us. So garlic is symbolic of purification, flavor, and the exotic. Ooh, I love it. Spicy. Okay, garlic has the ability to flavor food deliciously, as well as being a powerful antiseptic and antibiotic. The combined qualities of purification and flavoring are surprising and unusual. Selecting this card may indicate a need to consider how you can purify and strengthen an aspect of your life without introducing any element of sterility. So that value of working with the energy that is in front of you. We can't always cut things out, or it might not be practical to start that diet tomorrow, right? Like maybe you need to do a little prep work. Maybe you need to weed out some of the processed foods, some of the heavier items that you've been ingesting before you go into something that's a little bit more purifying. That type of vibe. You don't have to be going on a diet. If you are, that will be helpful, easing in. Often when we feel the need for change, we envision removing things from our life. And this may be the right course to take, but consider first whether there is something you can add to your life that will naturally replace that which is bothering you, without you needing to exert any effort in eliminating it. I love that value because we have been doing so much hard work. And so it goes back to this initial message of really surrendering and allowing spirit to fill in the gaps, not feeling like we have to overwhelm ourselves with all these to-dos. This card may also indicate that it is time to introduce something new into your life, something in the past you had considered too exotic or unconventional. I love that, but is now starting to attract you. And because it is the day of the sun, like I said, it's a really good time to put energy towards that, right? Something we didn't believe was possible, something we were worried about wouldn't come in, but our heart has really been longing for it. Do some research, do some investigation, really kind of support yourself in that way today. Let your little light shine. I love it. It makes the world a better place for all of us when we feel strong, confident, empowered in who we are. And we all deserve that. We all deserve that. Wherever we are at in life, we all deserve the opportunity to heal, to grow, to evolve, and live in an abundant way. So with that being said, happy Sunday. Thank you for your time and energy always. Definitely drop comments below. I love to hear how the readings resonate for you. I appreciate all the love and support to the channel. Just know that I'm sending it back your way. Have a fabulous, happy day.